Welcome to the Rotary Time Show, a public service program presented by Rotarian Lynn Heinrich of State Farm Insurance, McLean, Virginia. On our programs, we talk with Rotarians and community leaders and discuss how Rotary International builds partnerships to support local, national, and world communities. I am your host, Rotarian Dr. Deborah Jackson from the Rotary Club of McLean, Virginia. The success of a Rotary district is dependent on the strength of its clubs. Clubs are grouped into areas within the district and assigned an area or assistant governor. Those individuals provide a connection between the clubs and the district. The relationships they build with their clubs helps to strengthen the district and Rotary. Joining me remotely is Rotarian Linda Walker, who is the current area governor of Area 12 for Rotary District 7610, Virginia, for the 22nd, 23rd Rotary year. Welcome, AG Linda, to the Rotary Time Show.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Jackson. It's a pleasure to be here today.
It's great to have you here to be able to share information with our audience around Area 12 and the kinds of things that you're doing within those areas, because I know you all are doing some amazing things because I hear about them. So let's get started. I generally like my audience to know a little bit about our guests. So I'm going to ask you if you would please tell us a little bit about Linda Walker and life before Rotary.
My life before Rotary, I was born in Greenville, South Carolina. At the age of 18, I left home to pursue my college career. And during the time when I graduated from college, I worked for MCI Communications for 20 years. And I'm a realtor, and I've been in the real estate business for 20 years.
Oh, wonderful. So you're out there, this is your time, I hear. So that's the good news, right?
Yes.
Okay. So how did you get involved in Rotary, and why did you join your Rotary Club?
Gosh, many years ago, my good friend, Dr. Mamie Parker, who is a Rotarian at the Dunlorian Club and the incoming president, introduced me to Rotary many years ago. And she said at the time, Linda, you should become a Rotarian. And at the time, I didn't know anything about it. Many years passed, and I met another good friend, Connie Jacob, who is the incoming president of the Great Falls Club. Mm-hmm. And she said, Linda, why don't we take a visit to the Sterling Club, and it's in your community, and just learn more about Rotary. And that's how I became involved in Rotary.
Oh, wonderful. And I know all those individuals that you just spoke about, great leaders in Rotary, so I'm glad to hear their names. As an AG, your Rotary experience is probably very diverse and varied. Tell us about your Rotary journey, your background, some of the experiences that led to your appointment as area governor.
I was foundation chair for 3 years at the Rotary Club of Sterling. And during those 3 years, I was asked many times to be president. Mm-hmm. And at the time, I just didn't think I was prepared to be president because I thought I needed more leadership experience. And at that time, I joined Toastmasters to develop my leadership and communication skills so I could be a great president for the Rotary Club of Sterling. And that's how I prepared myself for the leadership of being president.
Okay, and then you went on, and I'm glad you mentioned Toastmasters. I think it's something about the kinds of things they do, not just help Rotarians, but I think any leader would benefit from some of their experiences, would you say?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I've gained so much experience and confidence just attending Toastmasters and just meeting so many wonderful people who want to help you grow and learn and to just be better. Because every day we learn, we can share that learning experience with other Rotarians or either Toastmaster members.
That's right, that's right. I think we need to take that idea to the district leadership and talk about what we can do to make that piece happen. What's been your vision for building stronger clubs in your area?
I think it starts in the community and just building relationships within that community and just spreading the word through service projects, whether it's your church or your supermarket, just wearing the Rotary logo. People ask questions like, what is Rotary? And that's my opportunity to share with them what Rotary is all about and to invite them to a service project. And then after I invite them to a service project, they become even more interested and I invite them to a meeting. And then that's when they're hooked.
And I guess it's different for you as an assistant governor, because if you meet people now, not only do you send them to your club, but you can direct them to other local clubs that you're aware of that may meet their needs in terms of location or time of day. I suspect as area governor, you have a lot of knowledge of other clubs.
Yes, I do.
Yeah, especially those
Yes,
clubs
I
under
do. I
your
do.
leadership. Yeah. How many clubs do you have under your leadership?
We currently have 4 clubs: the Leesburg Daybreak, the Leesburg Evening Club, the Percival Club, and the Sterling Rotary Club under my district.
All righty. So you have, did you say an E club?
Evening
Evening. Oh,
Evening
okay.
Club.
Because I know
Yeah, they
there are
meet at 6
some E
p.m.
clubs, some E clubs running around in the district as well. Hey, you work closely with the district governor and over the years to inspire and grow your clubs. What do you believe are the 3 biggest changes that we need to do initially to get the clubs off on a forward path?
I think membership is important, to continue to grow membership and just to educate our Rotarians and to do fundraisers to help us with our projects as far as helping the high school students and giving them scholarships.
So those service projects. As area governor, do you get a chance to go around and see a lot of the things that your clubs are doing in the area of service?
Absolutely. I take time out to visit every club, and I've also attended their service projects. And some clubs meet at 7:30 in the morning, but I'm there early and just fellowshipping with all the members and just getting to know them on a personal level. And I can't stress relationships enough. I love building relationships with all the leaders within the area and just getting to know their members and also for them to get to know me.
Because your role is to do, what do they think your role is when you show up?
They think that I work with the district, but they don't know exactly what I do. And I share with them that I'm there to also help them and to reach out to me if they need support in doing applications for foundation, or if they just need someone to talk to on the district level where they can go, if they want to do more service projects and want to know what other people are doing in other areas. I reach out to the district and ask them what other clubs are doing service projects that might be of interest to the clubs that's in my area.
So you have your area 12, so obviously there are other areas. Do you get a chance to meet with your colleagues, other area governors? You all ever come together and maybe do some planning together about how you will proceed in the district?
That's very important to me because I want to build relationships, and I want the different presidents of the clubs to get to know one another. And we work together as an area and support each other, service projects and agenda. And if they're having a guest speaker, invite other clubs to come and hear their guest speaker and to just ask questions and just get to know one another and see how we can help each other.
Gotcha.
And to continue to grow Rotary.
Gotcha. Do you ever work alongside or with your colleague, area governors? Like I think are there 12 of you?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we get together. I know with our district governor, we have monthly meetings. and we chat. And sometimes I reach out to them if I'm having an issue that I need support with. I reach out and ask them how to handle this or who I can be in contact with. And then sometimes we just support each other networking events, attending their tournaments, their golf tournaments, or whatever they're doing. We just try to all work together, all 12 of us.
Gotcha, gotcha. I know that there are a number, of you in the district, so it's exciting, I'm sure, to get together to hear what each other is attempting to do. You all have some professional leadership development that you also have to go through. Did you participate in CPET's area governor session? I was going to ask you, how did you like that?
Yes, I did participate in CPETs, and I have also participated in TLI, and I think that both of those are very important to continue to be knowledgeable about Rotary, because when we visit different clubs and members ask us, what is TLI all about, and how can I participate in it, or how can I get involved in CPATs? So I have attended both of those sessions and learned a lot and continue to learn, because every time I go, I always learn something that I didn't learn before.
I know, same here. No matter how many times I go, I learn at least one new thing. And I guess that's the whole goal, right? To learn something. And I think that's important that you're able to share that information with others who may be wondering, how can I prepare myself, to have that kind of readiness needed to step into some of these roles. Yeah. Do you have a list of priorities for your year?
Yes, I really, really would like to get members involved in taking on leadership for the upcoming year. I find that a lot of members are reluctant, and because they don't know what to expect. But if I can prepare them to take on leadership positions, that will be really, really great for the clubs and for the district, because I think that all of us need to continue to move to the next level. So that's my plan for the incoming year. And to also get together as an area instead of just a club, but all of us get together as an area to support each other.
We're going to take a short break and be right back and talk more with Area 12 Assistant Governor Linda Walker. Please stay with us. Welcome back to the Rotary Times. We're here talking with Area Governor Linda Walker. She is the Area 12 Governor, or Assistant Governor, I might add, of Rotary District 7610, Virginia, for the 2022-23 Rotary year. AG Linda, when we closed, you mentioned membership and how you were looking at that being a priority to grow those clubs in your area. Are there other priorities that you want to share for this year?
For this year, I would love to build a satellite club because there are several members who have approached me and said that they want to do a satellite club, and we're currently working with one of our clubs in the area to build a satellite club. So that's one thing that's very important to the members, and I think it will also benefit the community.
Oh, absolutely. Can you share what is a satellite club for those in our audience who may not be familiar with that type of club?
The Satellite Club is a very interesting club because it's a spinoff of the Mother Club, and they meet different times, but they still are members of the primary club. And usually there are about 8 members or plus that cannot meet at the primary club time, and they start a satellite club that supports the primary club, and but they do their own service projects and meet different times, and sometimes they do the same projects as the primary club.
Oh, that's a different way. So they're still members of the primary club, but they only attend at a specific time when there's a service project. Is that how that works? But they are still considered in the enrollment numbers for the primary club.
That is correct.
Okay.
That is correct.
That's wonderful. Again, it gets into some of those hybrid configurations that Rotary is allowing clubs to get involved in. Do you get many of your 4 clubs or any of your 4 clubs call you to come in to talk about doing some of that work? Putting in alternative settings for them?
Yes, I currently met with a couple of the members at a supermarket just to talk about the steps that's involved in creating a satellite club. I created a satellite club at the Sterling Club, and we had 8+ members, and it was a success. And now some other members have reached out to me and asked me how to go about creating a satellite club. Even incoming presidents out of my area have asked me, well, what are the steps? And I had some phenomenal people out of the Rappahannock Club to give me a lot of great ideas on how the process is done.
Is the process fairly easy, or is it kind of complicated to do?
No, it's not complicated at all. It's very easy. In fact, there are pamphlets on the international and district website that they can pull from, and it gives you step by step. And even if you go into My Rotary, it has a lot of great information on creating satellite clubs.
That's perfect. That's really, really good news to share. A couple of summers back, RI put out a statement that Rotary has no tolerance for racism in any form, promoting respect, celebrating diversity, all those things we work tirelessly to advance in our clubs. How are your area clubs responding to that mandate? What are some things
As I
they're
visit
doing?
all the clubs in the area, I see so much diversity and inclusion, whether it's educational or income or ethnicity. I see that Rotary is representing exactly what International wants us to do.
Okay, so do they put, how does that, what might that look like to a community member looking on inwardly at a club?
I'll take the Sterling Club,
Okay.
and there's so much diversity within the Sterling community, and I think that our club definitely represents the community. And I look at other clubs and I can see some of the same similarities, but I definitely think the Rotary Club of Sterling is all inclusive and have a variety of different ethnic groups within their community.
Wonderful.
And
And the projects
I,
are very diverse as well, some of their projects.
oh yes,
Okay.
absolutely. Yeah, very diverse in their projects. Yeah.
Wonderful. I love it when we can see diversity in the projects that we are supporting, because they tend to look like our community, which looks like us. So that's nice to hear. What have you enjoyed so far as an area governor?
I love working with the district, and I have also met a couple of people on the zone level. And I think just working with the district, it has really given me a lot of knowledge, and just working with different members in different capacities, and just learning so much about everything that we do, whether it's peace, whether it's foundation. It is just a pleasure to just learn more, because when you become president, you're working on the club level, but when you move to the district level, it's a whole new ball game, and you learn so much from all the different members of Rotary.
That is so, so very true. Uh, where do you think you've had your greatest impact to date?
Today, I think that I have had my greatest impact by building relationships with the district members, as for and the club members and the area members. And I've also had my greatest impact when I started the Rotary Club of Sterling Satellite Club, and just bonding with all the new people that were interested in being members of that club. I think that was my greatest impact. And then another great impact I had, I was area president of the year during my presidency year.
Oh, wonderful. Well, congratulations. That's the other
Thank
way you
you.
get to be an assistant governor, is to be an excellent president. How about your challenges? Let's talk about some of your challenges.
The biggest challenge is getting members to move to the leadership roles. I think they're just fearful because they don't know what to expect. And I think if we can prepare them and teach them and show them how what it is to be a good leader, and I think that will be my biggest challenge. Just having people to say yes instead of saying no, I'm not ready.
How do you overcome that? What does that mean to prepare someone, because they don't know what they don't know? So how do you prepare them for that role, that upcoming role that you want them to, achieve?
By educating them. I think that the more training you get from the district, learning how to manipulate DAC-DB, learning how to get into my Rotary, and again, just developing your leadership skills, your communication skills, your speaking skills, because there's so much training out there. All we have to do is just take advantage of it, and then I think you'll be okay. But continue to invite people and make it personal. Go to them and say, hey, I'm taking this class today. Why don't you take this class with me? Or I'm going to this club meeting and they're training on this particular subject. Why don't you come with me? I think when you make it personal, I think people are more likely to get involved.
Oh, absolutely. You've got the right message and the right wording to get that done. You've talked about DAC-BD, going on the My Rotary website, RLI, CPETs. I know you talked about that earlier. So we just have so much that we can offer, and your area is very fortunate to have you leading the way to ensure that those individuals get, connected and directed to those opportunities. Now, tell us about your family. How have they supported you during your tenure as AG?
Oh, my family is wonderful. I have three fantastic grandsons, and they do service projects for their schools. And so they get involved with Rotary, doing the service projects on the Rotary level. They've done Flags for Heroes, and they've done other, we clean up Algonquian Park. We've done the Potomac River cleanup, and they love it because they also get to have credits for the get credits from the schools. And my husband has attended social functions with me, and my daughters have helped me find speakers. So I think that they're so involved in Rotary. I feel like they are Rotarians.
Well, you'll have to get them inducted then, make sure that that happens. You've had a rich journey through Rotary. Do you think that you'd ever consider the district governor position? You're in the assistant now. Is that maybe in the cards for the future?
Uh, it could be. It could be. I don't rule anything out.
There you go. That's right. Well, you never know. And that's what we
Nope.
tell our leaders. So thank you for even giving that some consideration. Final thoughts, because we're just about out of time. How would you like your legacy as an assistant governor to be described by others in the district and across Rotary?
Linda Walker was a great president, and she was a Rotarian that lived by the four-way test. Is it the truth? Is it fair to all concerned? Will it build goodwill and better friendships? And is it beneficial to all? And that's how I want to be remembered, by being a great Rotarian.
Wonderful, and that you are. So we want to thank you for sharing your time and sharing your talents with us and the gifts that you bring to Rotary. I'm sure your area clubs. And what are your 4 clubs again?
The Leesburg Daybreak,
Okay.
the Leesburg Evening Club, and the Percival Club, and the Sterling Rotary Club.
Wow. Okay, well, I'm sure they're very proud and honored that you represent them every day, so that's good. So maybe you'll come back and share with us at a later time some of the activities, some of those rich activities that the clubs are doing with our audience. I'm sure they would love to hear more about it.
Yes, they would be interested, and I'll be more than happy to come back and share
Great.
what the clubs are doing.
Yeah, it's
Thank
great.
you.
We look forward. Going to hold you to that. For the Rotary Times program, I am your host, Rotarian Dr. Deborah Jackson from the Rotary Club of McLean, Virginia. You're welcome to join us at a Rotary Club in your area for either breakfast, lunch, dinner, or a service project. You can find a club near you by looking us up on the internet. Many clubs are hosting meetings in person, virtually, or in some hybrid format. You only need to look us up for details. Remember, our time is your time, and it's time well spent. Please join us for our next program as we continue to celebrate Rotary's 117 years of service above self.